Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Christine and you're watching Life in Notions. In today's video I am going to be applying the KonMari method to my clothes. Tim and I decluttered and reorganised everything we own in our entire home over a year ago, and it is now time to go through the categories again. Now the reason that I've decided to do this now, today, is because Tim and I are in the middle of redecorating our master bedroom. And of course, because we had to move all of our furniture and everything out of this bedroom whilst it's being decorated, I thought it would be a great opportunity to go through all of my clothing so that when the room is finished and we're ready to move back into it, I won't be bringing back any of the clothes that I don't wish to keep. So I'm just going to give you a super quick look around the upstairs floor of the house so you can see what I'm dealing with and what it looks like, and then we will crack on with the decluttering and going through all of my clothes. So this is the wallpaper we've chosen. It is the Opus Francesco Champagne wallpaper. It's very silky, it's beautiful, and it's got this really soft light reflecting quality, so it's just going to brighten the room but be really subtle. Over here, which is where our bed goes, that's usually where the headboard is, we decided to make it an accent wall, so it's the same wallpaper but in a slightly warmer shade, and this shade is called Sand. And what else have we done? Let's see. Last night Tim put up our brand new chandelier. It's just so pretty. I just love it. And we chose the brass finish because that fits in very well with the brass relief on our fireplace, and also even the handles of our windows and the uplighters which we have. And then after the wallpapering's done, we'll be putting up curtains. So that's where we're at in this room. So let me show you what's going on in the rest of this floor. So the bathroom is the same as always, thank goodness, so that's fine. The crafts room, however, this is where the bed and some of the furniture from our room is being stored at the moment. However, if I really wanted to, this is still a functional space because we've only got the things from our room here and here. The rest of the room is as it always is, so that's cool. Managed to keep a lot of the floor very clear in this room. So we have temporarily moved into our guest bedroom, and this is filled with furniture from our room. So we've got some of the big wardrobe in here, some more of it in here. And actually, because we decluttered last year, we had kept this wardrobe and drawer unit empty for our guests whenever they stay with us, and that was a great move because it only took me half an hour to completely empty all of our clothes out of our bedroom and put everything in here. So you can see it's still organised and functional. Yes, it's not perfect, but you know, it's not bad. And then I've got all of Tim's clothes in these drawers, and it was literally just a matter of picking up and moving them in here. So this is where we're at the moment, and you can see little Milo's having a sneeze. Hello, pretty girl. Oh. Got some things on the windowsill and a bedside table, and this is the bedding from our bedroom. So yeah, that's where we're at. And of course I had to take the ironing board out of the wardrobe because it didn't fit with all the clothes in there. So Milo's room, Milo's our cat who you just met, looks the same as always, and this is going to be the staging area for purging my clothes today. And I actually put quite a lot of my clothes in this wardrobe as well. This wardrobe is normally used to store outerwear and accessories, all our jackets, my boots, gloves, scarves, hats, that sort of thing. So all I did is I shoved everything up, it's all a bit squashed, to make space for everything that didn't fit in that other unit. All of Tim's clothes are in the guest bedroom. Mine is split between the guest bedroom and here. But all of these drawers are the same as they ever were. So there's been absolutely no changes to that. So that's what the house looks like at the moment up here. So the very first thing that you have to do when you start the KonMari method is you pull out every single item within a category. So that's what I'm going to do. I am going to start pulling everything out and piling it up onto the bed. So that's absolutely everything that I own. Okay, so let me show you what we've got. This is all my underwear and socks and tights and some belts. This is all jackets, my bathrobe or dressing gown. These are all the items that I had hung up, so they're mostly tops, jumpers, cardigans, some dresses. These are my pyjamas, jeans, black jeans, tracksuit bottoms. This is all activewear. These are my bags. These are hats and gloves, winter accessories, everyday bags, lighter scarves, party shoes and occasional shoes. Like, for example, these are for when I was camping in the Arctic. They are special camping slippers. And these are all my boots and shoes. So, let's begin. It is quite overwhelming when you pull everything out like this and you're surrounded by everything that you own within a particular category. Now, I do have quite a lot of clothes, but this is nothing compared to the first time that I went through this process a year ago. We got rid of, oh gosh, I don't know, it must have been about a dozen huge black sacks of clothes between Tim and myself. So I'm really not expecting to find a lot of things to get rid of, but it's really just an exercise of mindfulness and to make sure that when we move back into our room that I am not bringing any clutter, any excess or anything that I don't love, that doesn't make me happy. So I am going to begin by going through my shoes and boots, I think, because I think that's the quickest category for me to go through. So that's where I'm going to start. So let me show you what I've got, and please don't be offended by the state of my shoes. I'm a very active person, I have big dogs, you know, we're out a lot. I don't need my shoes to look beautiful. I really need them to be comfortable and to be waterproof and work well. So as I say, please don't be offended by the state of my shoes, but as long as they spark joy for me, that's all that really matters. So here we go. So as you can see, I am apparently quite a big fan of boots. We live in Scotland where you can have all 4 seasons in a day. And having the right footwear, particularly when you're out and about with the dogs, is very important. So let's see, where should we begin? We'll begin from the left. Okay, so I've got my Arctic boots by Sorrel, and I'm going to keep those. They definitely make me happy, spark joy. Then I've got these Caterpillar boots, which are brilliant in the winter. I really like those. I'm keeping those. Oh, they definitely make me happy. These are just by Clarkson. They're really old, but they're so comfortable. I really like them. Let's have a look. You know what? These do not spark joy. I just
don't like the fit of these ones, and I don't enjoy wearing them. I don't really like black boots for some reason, so I'm not keeping those, so we're going to put them here. Okay, doing better than I thought. These are by a Swedish designer called Gudrun Sjöden. I'm probably pronouncing that terribly, so if anyone Swedish is watching, I'm so sorry. I just think they're adorable, and they are so cute, and they're so warm. They're made of felted wool, so they spark joy. These are my favourite pair of tour boots. These are so buttery and soft. I think they're by Jones, the boot maker. I really like those. These, okay, these have a story to them. My father-in-law bought them for me when he was in Oklahoma, and he went to so much trouble to find these for me, bless him. And they are so beautiful. Look at the tooling detail on these boots. Aren't they gorgeous? I actually got them from my father-in-law because I decided I wanted to wear cowboy boots on my wedding day. Tim and I were married in Finnish Lapland in a snow chapel, and I was so afraid of falling over on the ice that I wanted boots, but I wanted some special fun boots, and I saw these online, and so when my father-in-law was in America, he brought them back for me. So these are actually my wedding boots. So yeah, they're really pretty and I love them, and of course they spark tons of joy. Okay, next up, these are by a German brand called Lower. I highly recommend these. Anyone who's into walking or hiking, mountaineering, well maybe not mountaineering, but climbing and hiking, try these in any shop you can find them in. They are my absolute favourite walking boots I've ever had in my life. They have lasted so well. Yes, they're a bit muddy, but they're in amazing condition, and they are the most comfortable and most waterproof boots I've ever found. I absolutely love these. These boots, these are in a not wonderful state. I actually really need to clean these, but they're great for dog walking, and they are waterproof up to about there, which is quite good because obviously we have lots of rain and mud here. So I'm keeping those, love those. These are some welly boots. I'm not sure they spark that much joy, if I'm honest, but they are practical and they serve me well, so I'm going to keep those. These are my DIY trainers. You can see they're absolutely covered in paint and all sorts of things, so I'm keeping those. They make me happy. These are the most worn out, ooh, and filthy pair of flip-flops, and actually the bit between the toes is going. So these were like €3 from a shop in Cyprus, and they've served me well, but their time is up, so they're going. And my pair of leather Ugg flip-flops. I love these, love these, love these. I have had these for so many years. And then on my feet today I'm wearing my trainers, which have become my house shoes until I get some, because I'm actually trying out the Fly Lady cleaning and zone cleaning system at the moment. She says you have to wear house shoes, you're not allowed to go around in slippers, which is what I would normally do, or flip-flops. So these have temporarily been thrown in the washing machine, cleaned up, and they are my house shoes until I find a permanent pair of house shoes, because normally these are my running shoes. So let's move on to occasional footwear. Alright, so these are my occasional shoes. These are so pretty. I just adore them. Again, they're by that Swedish designer, Gudrun Sjöden. I love these. Definitely keeping those, spark lots of joy. As I said, these are my camping slippers, and they're so warm and cozy. And of course, every time I see them, they remind me of my expedition through Alaska. So they were a godsend at that time, so I love that. That's, ooh, that's got something in it. I thought it was an empty bag. Oh, I've got another pair of very inexpensive flip-flops by Fat Face. Don't like these actually. Don't find them comfortable to wear. They make the soles of my feet hurt, so they're going. Now, I'm not one to wear heels or fancy shoes. I'm a country girl at heart. I'm not into fancy footwear, so I've only got a couple. I got rid of a lot when I did this process last year. These are just cute and I love these. Hardly ever have any cause to wear them, but at least should Tim surprise me, I have the option to wear them. And then these are my favourite wedges ever. Oh, look at them, aren't they divine? Definitely spark joy. Okay. So that's the occasional shoes done. And at the end here, I already know that these spark joy, I'm going to keep these, but I will show you these because these are interesting. So how cool are these? These are my Mucklucks by Stiga. They are probably the warmest Arctic boots on the planet. They are made of moose hide and they're for Arctic temperatures as low as, I think it's -40 or -50 Celsius. And of course -40 Celsius is the same as -40 Fahrenheit. So very, very cold temperatures, and I needed these for the Alaskan Arctic expedition that I did in 2014. I spent 12 days in the Arctic camping on the snow, mushing with a team of 22 Alaskan Malamutes and exploring the Brooks Range. And let me tell you, it was pretty cold, so very warm footwear is a must, of course. You do not want to lose any toes or anything due to frostbite. So these were what was recommended. I was told to get 2 pairs and I did. So one is plain and one has this gorgeous tribal sort of pattern woven into it. It's just beautiful. I love these, love these. They are so cozy and warm. When I was on expedition, I was told I had to wear 3 pairs of socks, a thin liner pair of merino socks, and then 2 very thick pairs of merino Arctic socks. So I was wearing 3 pairs of socks and these boots every single day on the trail, and my feet were toasty warm, so they definitely did the job. They are beautiful. I love them. So let's move on to the next category. So next I'm going to tackle my bags, and this should be very quick and easy because I don't keep a lot of bags, and I think I love them all. Let's see. Well, I definitely love this one. This is my favourite bag ever. It is beautiful. It's a scratch-proof leather. Oh, love it, love it, love it. Sparks lots of joy. Next I've got this simple black bag. That's staying. I love that. That was a gift from my sister from Italy many years ago. Then I've got this little party purse, which definitely makes me happy. And this bag, I haven't used it for a while actually. I don't know why. It's lovely. I really like that bag. Yes, going to keep those. These are my everyday bags. Actually, this one shouldn't be in here. This is going to go with my other travel bags. I love this bag. This is from my dad from many years ago, and it's so practical. It's got so many different pockets and areas, and it's just such a practical, lightweight and great size bag. This is awesome. This is probably my favorite everyday bag. This is also by Marie Kondo. Such a great bag designer. Very affordable, but I think very stylish. I love that bag. That definitely sparks joy. This bag I loved for ages and ages, but I have a feeling I broke the zip on it. Yep, the zip's gone. Okay, so that needs to go somewhere in a pile for repairs, and I think, yep, the same happened on this one. Okay, so these 2 bags definitely spark joy, and I'm going to keep them, but they need to be repaired.
As I'm going through this process, I am putting away things category by category very, very quickly. So as you can see, I've started filling up this wardrobe again, and I put away the bags and the shoes and the boots already. Next I'm going to be tackling my hats and gloves, and then I'll move on to scarves. And I do appreciate, if you're doing this for the first time, it's entirely possible that it's not going to be as quick and easy for you to
put things away and organise like I'm doing. But bear in mind that this is the second time that I'm doing this process. So these are all my winter hats and gloves, so let's just pull everything out. So I'm actually going to put these with some other hand warmers. I've got these fingerless gloves, which I never wear. I'm not keeping those. This is a really pretty pair of woolen gloves by that Swedish designer I love so much. Once I find a brand or a designer that I like, I stick with them. So keeping those, I love those. These were a gift from a Secret Santa at work many years ago. These are the sort of gloves that you can use with your smartphone. They're really great. Got some more. These are liner gloves, good for skiing. These are very, very heavyweight woolen mittens. I have 2 pairs of these again. These are from my Arctic expedition and I'm so glad I had them. I'm one of those people who always feel the cold very, very badly, and these kept my fingers really toasty warm, so no risk of frostbite. These are from Etsy. These are, if I can remember where I bought these from, I'll link the shop below. They're from an American Etsy shop and they are hand knitted, hand crochet arm warmers. Oh, I just love these. They're so beautiful. Had them for a long time. I've actually got a stash of Arctic headwear, such as this hat here. Still got the tags. And that's actually because I was going to wear it on a second expedition that I was used to do in 2015. Unfortunately, due to a series of injuries, I was unable to go on that expedition, so I never got to wear this. So it actually makes me sad. I really wanted to go on that expedition and it just wasn't meant to be, it wasn't possible. So I am going to let this go. This, however, is my favourite hat from my 2014 expedition, and I just love it. It's so ridiculously warm and fluffy. I actually slept in this hat because I was so cold at night. Literally just camping in a tent on snow. I was literally sleeping on just 2 very, very thin mats on the snow, and I slept in this hat every night and it kept me nice and warm. So I love this hat, definitely sparks joy. Again, this is one of my favourite skiing hats. It's just so fun, and actually I think a lot of these hats, yes, they're all by a German, maybe? A German company called Eisbar, which means polar bear in German, I believe. They're really fun. I've got that one, and I've got this one, all spark joy. Oh yes, and this one as well. It's really pretty. Yep, they all spark joy. Okay, this hat, Tim, it's just a beanie hat. Tim bought this for me a while ago to replace a favourite beanie of mine that got worn out, and I don't like it. It just looks really strange on my head. So that's going. This is actually a headband which I knitted myself using a finger knitting technique back in 2015 when I was doing my new thing a day challenge. I made a New Year's resolution that I was going to do a new thing a day, and that's exactly what I did. So here are a couple of those headbands that I made, and then here's one which I purchased to wear in Lapland when we went with our families for our wedding. And this is my only pair of ski gloves. These are actually my dad's. The ones that I bought were too big for me and his were a little bit snug for him, so we swapped. So these are actually my dad's gloves, but they're mine now. This is an awesome windstopper hood from Buffwear and is really amazing. I love I love Buffwear products. If you're not familiar with them, I'll put a link down to their website because they're amazing. I have so many products by Buff because I just love them and they're so practical and use. I use their things like pretty much every day, even in summer. Like yesterday, I was wearing a Buff snood neck warmer thing because I just feel cold all the time.
And then I've got another tubular neck warmer by Buff, and I've got another windstopper. This one I wore on my expedition. They sent it to me actually. I was a Buff sponsored athlete that year, which was awesome. So thank you, Buff. So here's the drawer of the gloves and hats that I've decided I'm going to keep, and the neck warmers, of course. Here are the Buff products in the middle, and so I've got it so that it's all gloves and then hats, and then the headbands here and the neckwear stuff in the middle. So I'm just going to put this drawer back. So here are my scarves. So they're mostly just pashmina style, and they all spark joy, I think. So I'm just touching each one. I don't need to take them all out and look at them because I use these a lot. And then I've got a couple of cashmere ones here which I love, and then I've just got these which I also love. Here I've got my headbands. I'm actually going to put them in with that drawer I just put away because they don't belong here. And I've got some ski goggles, definitely spark joy, and the sunglasses case. So they're all going to move now that there's space in the other one. These are raw silk scarves made in Thailand, in a village where women are given the opportunity to produce these and earn a living wage. And they are really, really beautiful. I don't really ever use them. I used to have tons more. I actually got rid of loads and loads of them when I did this decluttering process before. But you know what? They do make me happy. They are beautiful. Okay, I don't wear them very much, but should I ever wish to have the option, at least it's there. Okay, so the next category I'm going to tackle is going to be my jackets. I have a lot of jackets, but I am outdoors a lot, and we need different jackets for different activities in different situations in different weathers. So this jacket here I love. Just going to pop it on the hanger. Definitely love that. That's a keep. Makes me happy. I love this. This is a really old Barber wax jacket. This is my favourite jacket for when I'm running in cooler weather. It's completely waterproof, it's longer at the back, and it's by Zoo Sport. Okay, I love this jacket. It is so old. This must be from 2002. But I love it anyway. It's a little diesel denim jacket. I love the colour, I love the cut, and I think it's pretty timeless. I have two identical down-filled jackets. These are very, very lightweight, and I love that they're blue and maroon. I love that colour combination. This is the matching gilet to those two jackets, and I wear this all the time. You've probably actually seen me wear this in videos. This is one of my favourite jackets. This is by Abercrombie Fitch, and it's just such a flattering cut, and it's quite warm, so it's really good for spring and autumn in particular. It's not waterproof, but I love it anyway. This is a coat from Fat Face, which has the option to add a fluffy hood. I did love it, and now, do you know what? I don't. This is a gilet, which is in a similar style to that jacket there, but I love this. This makes me super happy. I love wearing this when I'm active, but I need to keep my core warm, so like walking the dogs and things. Really like this. Again, it's from Fat Face. This is my ski jacket together with my ski trousers. Definitely sparks joy. This is my waterproof jacket for walking the dogs, and this was my one of the jackets I took with me as a shell jacket on expedition, and that's why it's got all of these different logos from my sponsors, the companies that sponsored me when I did that trip. So it's very special to me. This is the warmest jacket I own. This is a Rab down-filled jacket, and it is so ridiculously warm. It's amazing, and this was the jacket that I wore on expedition when it was really, really cold. And this is my favourite wintertime jacket ever. I bought this to go on expedition with, and I have worn it every single cold season since. It's such a beautiful jacket. It is so light and so warm. It's got Primaloft insulation material in it, and it's just absolutely amazing. I love this jacket. I use it all the time. I don't really like it anymore. I'm not using that. Okay, next up I have pulled out all of my dresses. So, definitely sparks joy. I love that dress. This is difficult because even though it's a pretty dress, I actually had to buy it for a friend's funeral earlier this year. So, it does not spark joy. Has bad memories. I'm not keeping that. I love this floor length dress. It's beautiful. This one is actually bought for layering. I like that. That sparks joy. That sparks joy. I love this dress so much. This is by Gudrun Schöden. Again, that Swedish designer that I love so much. In fact, I loved it so much I bought the same in a different colour, and I'll often do that, as you'll see. Again, I love this oriental dress. This is again by the same designer. Loved it so much that I actually bought the same in a different colour with the matching little jacket here. This is also by the same designer. Definitely brings me joy. And this is just a simple silk black dress, my little black dress. Guess we all need one of those. I love this jumper dress. This is by Fat Face. I wear this a lot. And then moving on to jumpers. This one does not spark joy. This jumper I really like, but Tim always criticises me every time I wear it. But you know what, sparks joy, so I'm keeping it. And then this is just a little cardigan, which I bought quite recently. I really like it. And I like that, makes me happy. Oh, I don't know. You know what? Even though it used to spark joy, it's in such bad condition. I'm going to let it go. I like this fleece, I wear that a lot. And I like that as well. That's a really warm fleece by Jack Wolfskin. It's awesome for walking the dogs. I like this. And I like this. All make me happy. So carrying on with jumpers, these are more casual ones. So I've got these long jumper dresses. I've got several of these. They all make me very happy. Definitely spark joy. Again, as I said, if I really like something, I'll buy it double, because once it's gone, it's gone. You can never buy it again. So I make a practice of always buying things that I love, double if I can. I like that. That makes me happy. Definitely sparks joy. Everyone in our families has one of these except for the children. Tim and I had these made specially for every member of our family who was a grown-up at our wedding, and it says circa 2013 because that's where we got married and that's the year we got married. So everywhere we go to visit family, someone's usually wearing one of these. This was actually Tim's. It's too small for him, but I like it. I wear it when I do DIY. And this as well, this was another item by Zoo Sport that they gave me for my expedition, and I love it. It is a bit raggedy now, but I wear it for DIY. It makes me happy. This definitely makes me happy. That's an old hoodie. Makes me happy. Makes me happy. Sparks joy. That sparks joy. That sparks joy. So I think that's all my jumpers. Let's have a look. one more. Oh, I love this. It's so old and it's so thin. It's actually got little holes here and there, but I don't care. I love it, and it goes with the distressed look anyway. It's deliberate, so definitely sparks joy. So I'm just going to put these away and then move on. So as you can see, I have filled up this wardrobe again. It's got all of the jackets and things that always are in here, and then I've added in the clothes that would normally be in my bedroom on that half. Everything else that I go through from now on, I'm going to put into the wardrobe in the guest bedroom. Okay, so next up it's time to tackle the tops which were hanging in my wardrobe. So let's do it. Milo, are you going to help? Alright then. So let's begin. Definitely sparks joy. These spark joy. I have two exactly the same because I like them so much. Right, Milo, come on, move please. Good go. I definitely like that. That sparks joy. This does not spark joy. It's top I used to really enjoy, but it's just become a bit worn out. It doesn't feel comfortable in the skin anymore. I don't like it. I love these. I've got a few different variations of this. They all spark joy. And in case you're wondering, the first time I did this last year, I found it so difficult to get started because I was overthinking it. I wasn't listening to my instinct, what my body was telling me, how it reacted to touching the materials and looking at every item. For example, this is one of my absolute favourite tops, and it was actually this top which helped me realise what I was looking for in terms of what it feels like for an item of clothing to spark joy, and that's how I began the process. After many false starts, I picked this up and I realised it made me super happy and uplifted, and it actually brought a smile to my face, literally, just looking at it and holding it. And so that was the standard by which I then moved on to judge all my other clothes once I realised what I was looking for. So when I'm holding all my clothes and looking at them, it's just a very quick decision. Does it make me feel good? Does it make me happy? Does it bring a smile to my face? And I'm pleased to say that we're doing really well in this category. I love this so much. I have this twice. I told you I always buy things twice. In fact, I've got this twice, not only because I love it so much, but because at the hairdressers one day they got bleach all over the back of the neck there. I was very upset about it, so I ordered another one. These are from an Etsy shop called Fuzzy Ink, and an American shop actually. And I love their designs. I have loads of these. Most of these tops with the patterns, the cartoons and designs on them, they're all from the same shop. I just think they are so talented. They're really, really funny. This is my newest purchase. I love this. Again, this is from someone on Etsy, and it's just a really unusual, very, very beautifully made, and I'm pleased to say high quality item. I really like this. And then we're into my merino base layers, all spark joy. Okay, these don't look the best, but the base layers, no one's going to see them. But they're very, very cozy and warm, and that makes me happy. This does not spark joy. I love these ones. These are my medium weight merino base layers. All of my base layers are by a company called Finister down in Cornwall. They make the most beautiful merino stuff. In fact, as you see, I'll show you when we go through the athletics clothing category, I have so many things by that company. All my merino wear is by them. Yep, all spark joy. So I'm just going to put these away and then we will carry on. Okay, next up I am going to do my jeans. I have quite a lot of jeans. I like brands like Gap and Fire Trap the best. I've got a pair of Fat Face, I think, and I used to really like Diesel and Levi's. But yeah, let's have a look, let's see. I love those.
make me happy. I love these when they fit. These are super tight and currently probably a couple of sizes too small. I like these. These are my baggies. Oh, I like these. These make me happy. These ones. Yeah, I like these ones. Alright, so that's all my blue jeans. I love those. And now let's see, there are two similar pairs and one of them I really enjoy wearing and the other I do not. So I can't tell the difference, so I'm going to go try them on and see. And these, I don't think I like these ones. I don't remember wearing them for a long time. Right, so I am going to go away and try on these three pairs of jeans and make a decision.
So the next section I'm going to do is sports and athletic wear, active wear. So first of all, I've got my tracksuit bottoms. I'm wearing one of my favourite pairs now. I love this pair. I do not love this pair. And I like these. So then I've got a large selection of base layers. These are all merino wool. Again, lots of them are from when we went to Lapland and when I went to Alaska. So these are my two very heavyweight pairs. I love them both. And this is a pair of really heavyweight winter leggings, which I absolutely love. Makes me happy. This is a long sleeved hooded top made of merino wool, but you know what? It's so unflattering on that I never ever wear it, so that's going. Then I've got base layers, base layers, base layers. These all make me very happy. I love them all. I have to say, I actually bought a lot of the things that I've talked about that were to do with my expedition and going to Lapland, specifically for those trips. However, they have made life in Scotland throughout the winter and the colder months so much more bearable. So I highly recommend you look into base layers, and these are all by Finister. So then I've just got some leggings. They make me happy. They make me happy. Nope. Got some leather ones. Leather look, that is. These are my running tights. And these are the running crops. I love all of these. These by Fat Face. They do a really nice range of athletic wear as well, which I love. These are my swimsuits. They're fine, they make me happy. This is a really old raggedy t-shirt, but I love it anyway. This top I'm not keeping. This I like, makes me happy. I really like these leggings. These are again from Fat Face, they're really nice. These are some trousers by Sjøden, which are really wintry. I like those. These are my waterproof walking trousers for when I'm out with the dogs and things. And hiking. I love those. These are my favourites. These are by Regatta and they are absolutely marvellous. They are by far my favourite pair of waterproof walking trousers. They're lined and they're so warm and cosy. And then they make me happy as well. I like those, definitely sparking joy. Got a couple of these National Geographic fleeces which you get free if you sign up for the subscription, and I use them for DIY and things. The other ones are in the wash. By the way, I've already looked through everything that was in the wash because I do laundry every day. There's not a lot, and I've already gone through all that and decided I loved everything anyway. And then I've got more neckwear by Buff. I love all of these. I told you I had a lot. This one's particularly soft and fluffy. This one's merino wool. And these ones are fleece. And that's a lightweight one. Okay, so that's everything. I love all of these. They all spark joy. And they're going to keep all of those. Okay, so the final subcategory I'm going to do is sort of summery trousers and shorts, and I don't have a huge amount because it's not that warm here. But I do have these are all linen trousers. They make me happy, they make me happy. Sparks joy. These are a heavier weight one. They spark joy. They spark joy. Yes. 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 Definitely. I like those and I like those. So that's everything. I still have my socks and underwear and tights and things to go through, which I'm not going to do on camera because nobody needs to see that. So I'm just going to do that. I'm going to put all this away and then I will show you how I've organised everything. Okay, so that is everything. I have gone through every single piece of clothing. I have purged a lot more than I expected, and I have folded and hung and put away everything. So I'm going to show you how I've organised it all, but please bear in mind that this is temporary until we move back into our bedroom once the redecoration is completed. So let me show you what I've done. So first up, in Milo's room, which normally only houses our jackets, coats and my boots, not only have I now got all of my boots, and these are a couple of Tim's coats as well, but I have lots of my clothes which are to be hung up in our bedroom once it's time to move back into there. So that's temporary. These drawers, however, are exactly as they will remain. So this is where I've got my scarves. These are the winter hats and gloves, plus the ski goggles and things. These are my fancier occasional bags. These are my occasional shoes. And my everyday bags. There's only one at the moment because remember I pulled out two that need repairing. And I've hung this bag back up on the side of the wardrobe because that's just where it always is. It just makes me happy seeing it, so I'm happy to leave it there. This is the pile of clothes which I am getting rid of. I'm going to go through them and see what's saleable and what isn't. You can see I've added some slipper socks and things that I pulled out that I didn't show you. Here are the two bags that need to be repaired. Milo's still here. So, on this half of the wardrobe in the guest bedroom, these are all Tim's clothes and everything else you see are Tim's clothes. So, these are the clothes that I went through and hung back up. So these are all tops. You see there's a lot of empty hangers at the back there now. Then this is where I've put my blue jeans and the one belt that I'm keeping. And these are black jeans and my tracksuit bottoms. And this is where I put my pyjamas and pyjama tops. This is the basket of underwear, socks and tights. And I'm just going to pull out this black container here to show you what's in that. So temporarily in here I've got my shorts and my summer trousers. These are the linen trousers that I showed you, and these are my buff neck warmers, and underneath that row is all the athletic wear, the running tights and base layers and all that stuff. So that's it all nice and tidy for now. So I'm really looking forward to tackling the rest of the house, even papers. It's not going to be like last year. Last year we got rid of over 10 enormous refuse sacks full of shredding and recycling. I mean, it was crazy. No one should have that amount of paperwork cluttering up their home. So it's going to be so much easier now. I'm really excited. In fact, I'll probably get through it within an hour and a half. What a change. So I'm hoping that you enjoyed this video and you'll follow me along on this series as I go through the KonMari method for the second time. Last year I feel like it was super stressful because I put myself under a huge amount of pressure to get through it as quickly as possible. I just wanted it done. I just wanted my house to be the way I wanted it to be, and I really pushed myself to do it all hours of the day on top of work and everything else. And if you've seen our previous videos, then you'll know that we got through our entire home within 10 days. This time, however, round 2, I'm going to be taking a much more chilled out approach, and in fact today was super relaxing. There was no stress and no pressure, and it was actually a really enjoyable experience. So I'm actually really excited about going through the whole process and taking you along with me this time, because obviously the first time we did the KonMari Method, I didn't have a YouTube channel back then, and I know I've got a lot of criticism on a lot of my KonMari videos, you know, people asking, well, what did the house look like before? Well, I don't have any photos or footage from before because I never took any. I didn't think to start a YouTube channel until many months later. But this time I'm going to take you with me, and hopefully we can get organised and clutter-free together. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please do give it a thumbs up. Don't forget you can now follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/lifeinnotions, where you will see updates and mini projects and things I get up to that I don't film and put up on YouTube. So you'll get a lot more information there. You can always contact me direct if you want through Facebook and ask me any questions or make suggestions. I always welcome feedback. So thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in our next video.